spent an awful lot. I mean, I remember talking to on my BBC radio show all those years ago when you've been living up there with him, you know, in close proximity.
You know, he used to choose his uncle Peter Fury. He's a very smart man. I got a lot of time with Peter Fury. He's very smart, very intelligent man, and he knew to build Tyson up to that level, he needed good, strong guys, resilient guys, tough guys who didn't care where he was, to push him and build him to level. And that's why I was one of the guys, Eddie Chambers and all those guys were one of the guys that they brought in to help him, you know what I mean? And I spent a long time with him up in Manchester. I can't remember what.
Lancaster and Morecambe. Yeah.
No, I don't think it was Morecambe. There's a caravan outside of Peter Homes or something. Spent a lot of time there. I can't remember where he's in it. Like, you know, we spent a lot of time there training. Went out to Belgium with him and other places and a lot of training camp with him and stuff. Holland, I think, as well. So yeah, we spent a lot of time together. We know each other quite well, you know. So, you know, I was cool with the guy. I never had no beef with him. But then all of a sudden, you know what Tyson's like? He just starts going on and start shouting and screaming, which I don't understand. You're a giant. You don't need to go around shouting and screaming. You're a big guy, you know. Just be yourself. But he likes shouting and screaming, and you know, him and his dad and them like all like shouting and screaming, which is I don't get why to be honest.
Those are the words of Dillian the Body Snatcher Whyte as he explains some of the origin between himself and Tyson Fury, as he explains how and what and why he was with Tyson Fury. And he explained they were trying to train Tyson Fury to be a better fighter. So guys like Eddie Chambers, Dillian Whyte were there. And he explained that he was really cool with him. He got to know him quite well until later on. Tyson Fury said he was screaming, him and his dad, really meaning they were talking a lot of shit. And according to Dillian Whyte, like, hey, you don't have to do that. Why would you have to do that? Just be yourself. So let me counterpunch. I think because of the failed attempts where Tyson Fury easily skipped out on fighting Dillian Whyte, on top of the unnecessary trash talk that Tyson Fury does, I think this is what built the animosity between the two. You know, it's one thing, though, if you know a person and you know how that person genuinely is. It's one thing to know that person and then you see something else, right? And I think that's what Dillian Whyte's thing is. He's like, well, we was cool until he just started talking shit about me, about whoever. So I'm like, hey, let's fight, you know? So I don't think, honestly, I don't think between Dillian Whyte and Tyson Fury, I don't think that they have a type of animosity to the point where it was like Chisora Whyte or Whyte Chisora, however you want to call it. Those guys were at each other's throats. David Haye, Derek Chisora. Bad communication, bad relationship at the beginning. Now, you know, I mean, David Haye once managed Derek Chisora at one point. So it's crazy that Dillian Whyte, you know, is breaking it down like, hey, how this used to be, you know, and stating that, hey, he just wants violence. Okay. And that's the mindset that you should have, especially with fighting Tyson Fury, because you have to fight Tyson Fury because Tyson Fury sure the hell is going to fight you. And he's not going to let off you either. Look what he did to Wilder. He got Wilder out of there by precise shots. Okay, slipping, countering, attacking Wilder. So I think if Tyson Fury has that mindset to go in there and attack, I think Dillian Whyte has to equally have that type of mindset. If someone brings fire, sometimes the only thing to bring is fire if you don't have water, right? So you guys tell me what you think of Dillian Whyte explaining the origin of himself and Tyson the Gypsy King Fury. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.